And Comrade César Omar Sánchez, we're going to go to you and welcome you up with the National Network on Cuba and a member of the Cuba C New York, New Jersey coalition, and also, like I said, one of the 5 co-chairs of the National Network on Cuba. So, compa, thank you so much for joining us and a long-time supporter of Hands Off Uhuru. So I'll turn it to you, Uhuru.
Saludos, can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Great, fantastic. I'm going to try to keep it very short and sweet. I think that I want to thank you, thank the Uhuru movement, yourself, and all the panelists over on the webinar. They give some very powerful statements, and I think it's very important that we need to continue to build the solidarity, especially in the case of Venezuela. They are no doubt a target of the U.S. empire and always has been for quite some time. I think it's also, I just want to say a few things that, the drums of war are beating once again in Washington. The United States government, under the pretext of quote unquote democracy and security, is threatening yet another sovereign nation, this time the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. Cuba has long warned of this growing escalation for quite some time, whose true purpose is clear: to overthrow the legitimate government of President Nicolas Maduro, to seize control of Venezuela's vast oil, the natural resources, to impose a puppet regime willing to sell its sovereignty to the U.S. corporate and military interests. They tried that with Juan Guaido, that clown, that Mickey Mouse clown. They thought he could just come in and just be president of Venezuela. Well, we all saw what that happened. This is not new. It's the same imperial playbook used against Cuba, Nicaragua, Chile, Grenada, and countless nations in the global south. The pretext this time is that they're trying to use this drug trafficking, terrorism, humanitarian interventions, or these are nothing more but fabrication designed to justify aggression. These lies, they serve the interests of oil barons and the weapons manufacturers. They only promote, not peace, or definitely not democracy, but just chaos and destruction. The threat of the U.S. military action against Venezuela represents not only an attack on one nation, but on all of America, the United Peoples of the Caribbean, Latin America, who share the common struggle for dignity and self-determination, from the illegal blockade against Cuba to sanctions on Nicaragua and beyond. The U.S. empire seeks to crush any government that refuses to kneel down. We reject this imperial arrogance. We denounce the warmongers in Washington and their collaborations in Florida, which we all know that's pretty much the heart of it all. With reckless disregard for life or pushing for bloodshed in our hemisphere, the peace and sovereignty and stability of the Americas are at risk. The Cuban Revolution has taught us that solidarity is not charity, it is a duty. Today, we must raise our voices across the borders in every city and every nation to demand, very simple, and to all the people watching this and listening to this, no war in Venezuela, no blockade on Cuba, hands off all sovereign nations. We call all the international community, movements, and peoples of good conscience everywhere to unite in solidarity, internationalism, and revolutionary struggle to stop the U.S. imperialism in its tracks. The time for unity is now, before any other war of conquest drenches Latin America in suffering. Once again, we reaffirm our unwavering support of the Bolivarian and Chavista government of Venezuela for the unity of the Venezuelan people. Both popular military Latin America and the Caribbean must remain a zone of peace. And I know we're kind of running out of time there, but I just want to say just a few things in Spanish for all my Latinos out there. Defendemos a Venezuela y la soberanía de nuestra América. Una vez más, el gobierno de Estados Unidos amenaza la paz de nuestra región con su política de la guerra y intervención bajo falsos pretextos de seguridad y democracia. Washington pretende derrocar el gobierno constitucional del presidente Nicolás Maduro y apoderarse de los recursos naturales del pueblo venezolano. Cuba, advertido del peligro real y inminente de una nueva escalada militar contra Venezuela, un acto que violará el derecho internacional y pondrá en riesgo la estabilidad de toda América Latina y Caribe. Los pueblos del mundo no podemos permanecer sin silencio. La historia nos enseña que la única respuesta frente al imperialismo es la unidad, la solidaridad y la lucha revolucionaria. No a la guerra con Venezuela, no a bloqueo con Cuba, manos fuera de los pueblos soberanos. Bueno, I just want to say thank you. Yeah. Thank you to the Uhuru movement. Thank you all for having me on. And we just got to keep on struggling and just keep on fighting. Thank you.
Because we are winning. Uhuru.